Yeah, so first I just wanted to present the scientific publication in Paris, here in the Jardin des Plantes. So since 1802, the museum is publishing scientific content. Today we are publishing 8 collection series and 10 journals, all in open access. Laurence Bénichou is the the department manager, and she and I are working for European Journal of Taxonomy, a journal that is a bit special from the other journal. European Journal of Taxonomy, EJT, is a bit special, like I said, because it was supported by a consortium of European Natural History Institute, and then it was integrated into the CETAF. Through the CETAF, Laurence Bénichou is part of the e-publishing group, and that's why she is participating in the BiCIKL project. So I'm here on behalf of Laurence Bénichou, and I will present to you the BiCIKL project. BiCIKL stands for Biodiversity Community Integrated Knowledge Library. It's a 3-year project funded by the Integrated Activities for Starting Community program. There are 14 partners and 15 research infrastructure participating in BiCIKL. So as you can see, we are now at the middle of the duration of the project. Here are the research infrastructure associated with BiCIKL. And we have also 4 other research infrastructure that are associated with the project. So you surely know some of them, like Zenodo, the JBIF, we talked about it, and also Catalog of Life. During the project, it was identified that there are 3 main domains in the biodiversity data. So the first one is the traditional primary biodiversity data. So for example, species observation and natural history collections. The second one is the rapidly growing domain of molecular data, mostly genomic. And the third one is the huge information and data published in the biodiversity literature from the 300 years, yes, meant to be high quality data due to the peer review, of course. So all these 3 domains deals with biodiversity. However, they still operate quite in some isolation from each other. So with BiCIKL, we see we have this unique chance, we think, to work with the leading organization in these 3 domains. Now, the problem. In general, biodiversity informatics can be considered as one of the most advanced informatic environments in life science, but there are still big problems. And the first one is the overwhelming and rapidly growing volume of data in all 3 realms, literature, collection, and molecular data. Also, we have the data that is imprisoned in a paper or PDF from the legacy literature. And also, when we have this data, what should we do with it, and how should we link it to each other? For example, all information about a certain specimen or biological species taken from various databases or other literature. The key element of BiCIKL vision is the cultural change in how we deal with biodiversity and how we link these 3 domains together. We expect that BiCIKL will impact other scientific areas by demonstrating a novel, efficient, and open science approach to a management and use of transparent, reliable, fair data. And we also wanted to stress the goals of BiCIKL. So first, it's about access to data. new tools, workflow, policies, and training material between the research infrastructure. And then secondly, when we have access to this data, it's about linking between data, starting from the collected specimen, then sequencing them, assigning taxon name, analytical methods, and publication at the end. We also wanted to stress that BiCIKL has a strong focus on literature by creating novel data mining, annotation tools, and workflow to extract and compile this huge, precious data from millions of paper and PDF pages. Data mining, however, is a costly process. We think we can save the huge effort of data processing from PDF or paper in the future by developing innovative XML-based publishing workflow that directly export data to a common data pool on the date of publication. That's what we're trying to do at the museum. Here you have a graph. So at the museum, we are trying with EGT to have an XML-based publication. You can also see that the PenSoft journals have already an XML-based version, so all the data compiled in this paper are sent directly to database. For now, at the museum, we publish only PDF, and these PDF are transformed by Platzi through treatment banks and then sent to the database. BiCIKL is organized in work packages grouped into 3 pillars. The networking activities in green, the pillar that aims at standardization and synchronization of data access tools and policies, the access pillar that will support the foundation of a new user community using the tools and workflow developed by the pillar number 3, the joint research activity. Sorry about the blurry image, but it's showing the 12 work packages that are in total into the 3 pillars. It shows how the work packages will coordinate the activities and products within each pillar and across pillar to deliver service to the end user. I will talk more about the work packages 6 because the museum is part of through the CETAF. About the key products, for the key goal described before, we expect 4 key products of the project, the majority of which are already close to be achieved, so that's good. So first, to have a new community with the right tools, then to create an interlinked corpora of knowledge, then to have automated tools and a workflow for data liberation, and finally to have a semantic-based journal workflow to propose to the end user. So this is also a product, as we may call it, is a fair data place. It will be built by the work package 11, and all partners will provide to it at one point. It will be the one-stop portal providing access to the project tools, service, and workflows. The fair data place, as we call it FDP, will be a core service provided through the Biodiversity Knowledge Hub. It's the key project of the project, and it's also the main challenge of BiCIKL. It's now in construction. So, like I said, I'm going to talk more about the work package 6, which Laurence Bénichou, through the CETAF, is part of. So, as you can see, it's called Liberation of Data from Literature, Next Generation Semantic Publication, and Delivery of Fair Data. So, it's quite explicit, so I will go to the next slide. So, these are the objectives of the work packages. Develop and implement novel technologies and workflow, using and creating tools for extraction and liberation of fair data, and choose identifiers and links. I will talk more about the task 2 and 3 because they are more familiar to me, and also I don't think I will have time to talk about all the tasks. So the task 2 is called Liberation, Enhancement, Management and Distribution of Data from Literature. It's led by Platzi, Pensoft and CERN. The goal is to create an automated workflow to process articles with new export features using the TaxPub XML formats for the taxonomic treatments. We talked a bit about PubMed Central. So the goal is to build the BioDiv PubMed Central and have all the treatment from the literature in it. So this is the workflow that results of this task. It depends of the journal. So for example, for EGT, we have PDF. For Pensoft journal, they already have XML files. And for the archive, they are scan files. All these files are decoded and are then enhanced. That's the role of different work packages, as you can see. So molecular data is the work package 8, and the specimen, it's about the work package 7. So all the work package are working together for this workflow. Then when the data are enhanced, these data are then controlled, and fair data can be created. So on Zenodo, for example, all the figures, the treatments, and the articles themselves are created online with a special DOI. And finally, this data are disseminated in the different databases like the GBIF or OpenBiodiv. So now the task 3, it's called Federate Fair Data System through a line identifier. As you can see, the setup is part of this task, so I know a bit more about this task. There's also Pensoft and CERN and other members. The goal of this task is to establish recommendation for annotation and identifiers in publication, to be able to link different from the literature about the specimens, the DNA sequences, or the taxonomic names. That's what we call the bidirectional links. So 2 articles were written during the project. One about the citation authorities of taxonomy in the bibliographic reference. So BHL was a part of this joint agreement. And the other one is about a recommendation for use of annotation and identifier in publication. This article specified how persistent identifiers and annotation should be used in the literature, and how they can be cited and expressed in both human and machine interpretable. So yeah, I just wanted to show you the links that were established during the project between the research infrastructure. So as you understand, the goal is to link all the research infrastructure together. So here's a slide about the challenges and the solutions. So we have a lot of challenge ahead. We had, like I said, at the midterm of this project. So some workshop and training already happened, and then it would be held in the next years. In Paris, we will organize a workshop to discuss and demonstrate how to publish semantically enhanced linked biodiversity publications. And other articles will also be published in 2023 about the results and the project of BiCIKL. So yeah, about the links between BiCIKL and BHL. First, we wanted to thank BHL for the letter of support at the proposal stage of the project. Just quickly to say that all Pensoft journals submit metadata automatically to BHL to be visible through their catalogs. And just a quick example, for several journals, Pensoft submit also the full text content to be archived and exposed through BHL. When a certain data element is located in Open BioDiv, the system provides a direct link to the place in the publication where this data element has been mentioned. And also, there is archiving of the full content of the Muséum for Narcodoente journal. So here you can see the direct link to the journal. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for your attention. I hope I was clear enough. If you didn't know BiCIKL, I hope you know about it more now. So thank you.